Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, She's French, and if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please make sure to subscribe. If you don't know, my name is Jenna. I'm a Parisian girl based out of California, and I make videos about curating your life, French girl style. So for today's video, we're gonna be talking about 5 ways that you can look expensive, and no, it doesn't involve spending a ton of money. So let's get started. Before I give you the first tip, I just wanna say that this is just for fun. It's not hard rules. If there's anything you don't like, that's totally fine. You're entitled to your own style, your own opinion, your own preferences. It truly doesn't really matter. Let's just have fun with it. Comment down below if you have a favorite tip, and let's get started with tip number 1, which is less is more. So when it comes to looking put together or looking expensive, there's a misconception that you need a lot of designer goods, and truly you don't. You can look very put together and cohesive without having a luxury closet, without having a big closet even. I feel like, and hopefully you agree, I look put together. And if you know my closet, you know that I have around 20 pieces to work with, so it's doable. And it's about making good choices with what you decide to bring in. So we're gonna go over all these kinds of different things. The main points that I see is not to over accessorize, to kind of play with neutral colors, so less is more in terms of colors too. Don't mix and match your metals. I know this one might be controversial, but truly I think it looks more sleek when the eye can kind of glide down and everything just goes and flows, rather than the eye stopping on different parts of the outfit. And then the last main thing with less is more is that no big logos do not equal style. Being put together is actually more subtle. It's more of it if you know you know. Tip number 2 is that materials and textures are everything. So this means that it really doesn't matter what brand is printed on the back of your garment on the tag. It's all about how the texture feels on your body, in your hand, how it also drapes on your body if it's something that's flattering, that falls nicely. And also texture lets you add a lot of variety to an outfit without doing too much. So you can have a monochromatic look, but have something that's very striking and has a lot of variety just from seeing different textures across the body. It's really, really important, and I think it can really be easily overlooked. I think it's really tempting to think that maybe looking expensive involves wearing a lot of designer and seeing little flashes of designer branding, but really you can tell a true quality piece based on material as opposed to what it says. Having quality materials also means that it's something that you'll keep for a long time. It will wear well, the quality will stand the test of time, and it means that you have something that you can put together in a lot of different outfits and a really strong core base. The next tip is that black is a safe choice, but also a very powerful choice. Black overall is such a powerful color. It's very rich, it's very deep, and it has slimming properties, or just properties that mold to your body in a really flattering way. The good thing about black too is that it's obviously harder to stain, so it means that your pieces will last longer. They have more life to them than, say, a white piece. White is obviously really prone to stains and also prone to changing colors in the wash, having a fade, or picking up color from other pieces of clothing. Black will be a really good friend for you in your closet. And it's like I was saying about materials and textures, you can do a lot with just having different varieties of textures. So you can have a fully black outfit, for example, and have it be very powerful. And then if you're into adding pops of colors, then absolutely. I think that it can look really high fashion to have a thought out pop of color. And I think that it's super effective. So for me, I don't wear a lot of color. I would say that my pop of something would be my white heels that I have. I love to do a fully black outfit and have the pop of white. It's really striking, but it's still very simple. I think it looks very put together. Tip number 4 is also going to be a subtle one, but this is a if you know you know tip, and it's important, and people that have a trained eye for this will be able to tell. It's that construction of your garments is so important, and not only construction but also durability and how the condition of the garment may be. This is really important. You don't want any loose threads on your clothes. You don't want unintentional fading, unintentional rips. stains, instantly that really changes the whole vibe of your look. And when I say unintentional, of course you can get pieces that have a certain fade, a certain wash, certain rips, but those are on purpose. It's important to make that distinction. It sounds obvious, but it makes a big difference. The next thing is very subtle, but once you know this, you won't be able to unsee it. I learned this in fashion school, so I promise you it's legit. One thing to look out for a quality piece, and that will be noticeable in your overall outfit, is whether your fabric lines up. A quality piece will make sure that on the seam, whatever print is going on will match. So for example, a plaid, the plaids will line up across the seam. Something that is cheaper, maybe lesser quality, and this will be noticeable. Like I said, maybe your plaids will fall like this, and then suddenly you have a line that goes beep, beep, beep. That's noticeable, and you'll be able to tell, and that changes everything about the quality of your look and how put together you may be. The reason that it's a different process and that it costs more money to have things that follow the same angle or same line of print is that it takes an extra length of fabric for you to match an angle. Not matching it means that you can use the scraps of fabric to make a collar or a sleeve, for example. You can kind of pivot your pieces around for the pattern, but having to match means that you really can't go in any direction other than the one you're following. So you would need to put that sleeve maybe at a diagonal. So that would in fact require more fabric as opposed to maybe a lesser quality product. They would be able to get away with using the scrap fabric, and you will notice those angles being different, but perhaps that piece wasn't built to last. You know how I feel about that. I really believe in trying to be as sustainable as we can be, and also having quality pieces in our closet that will last us, as opposed to pieces that maybe you wear once or that will just fall apart on you. You'll also be able to see that same concept on bags. It would be very noticeable on a printed bag or a bag with a certain stitch, such as a Chanel diamond stitch. You would be able to see the stitch continuing in a clean way. If you look at a Chanel bag or pictures of a Chanel bag, you will see it carry on across, whereas a cheaper bag or a lesser quality bag would have those breaks in material where maybe things don't line up, maybe on the side of the bag. Now that you know this, you'll see it. The last tip is a really obvious one, but it matters. Dress for the correct season that you're in. It doesn't matter how beautiful, stunning, put together, how much thought and money you put into your outfit. If you're not dressing for the correct season, you will look out of place, and it's going to kind of change the vibe of your outfit. I feel silly saying this, but it does make a difference. This is especially important if you live in a place that really feels the different seasons. I'm in California, so I see a little bit of everything, and California style is very relaxed. But you know, there's a time and place for a winter jacket and things like that. So that was the last tip. I hope that this was fun for you guys. And like I said, truly, this does not, in the grand scheme of things, matter. Style is personal, and you're spending your own money in investing in pieces that you're adding to your personal closet. So really, there's no rules to this. This is just drawn from French Parisian style. It was just for fun, and I do really like that style, but you're allowed to wear whatever you want. So I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.